We are live. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Holy cow, been another busy last 24 hours. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Jay Wells. This is day 21 of 365 days of guitar practice. And for all of you new subs, holy cow, the number just keeps going up, kind of crazy. But you know, for those of you who are following along, first things first, I had all kinds of stuff to talk about tonight. Man, oh, hey, what's up, Cricato? What's up, girl? I'm gonna start writing some of this stuff down. First off, gotta do the intro. Also talk about why my foot's elevated. All kinds of epiphanies today. I hope we're using the Katana tonight. Got a funny story about that today. Oh, shit. Hold on. There we go. Making some noise. All right. Ugh. So getting used to my little elevated foot thing. Intro may have had a couple of additions. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, it's coming along. Welcome to the channel, everyone. That's my intro song. First things first, as you all know, comments. Gonna hop on those, and it's Saturday night. Let me move my little elevator. Got all kinds of stuff to talk about tonight. But if you're gathering around, grab a cold one, because I definitely sure am after a nice long work day around the property. However, got 3 sessions in today, about 30 minutes apiece. Hands are actually fairly tired from that today. Shocking. All right, first things first, get in some, let's get the right area, do something. Here we go. There we go. Ooh, all kinds of comments to get to. All right, let's do it. Oh, do something. Wrong area. Here we go. There we go. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, and let's see. Okay. All right. I'm probably gonna repeat some of these. Let's see. What video coming for the show? Oh yeah. Oh, to Ellie Nelson at 8215. I think the brass thing you were talking about, it's not a tool. I think it's something. I've been in this rabbit hole, of course, you know, between working on the property today. I've got YouTube going in the background and all kinds of stuff. But that's something that I think is a piece inside the Floyd Rose, is what I've discovered. So I haven't even torn the back of that thing apart, Miss Jackson, yet. So. Nicky Rock 1962. The Telly sounds great. It does indeed. Nicky Rock 1962. What's up, Jay, on the chords? Go with E or A. That covers a lot of rock and it's fun to play. I have some stuff on that too. Hopefully I don't forget everything. I'm going to start writing stuff down. I had so many epiphanies today, it's crazy. At iRock 5150, and just like that, you're hitting 150 subs. I know, it's wild, man. It's totally wild. It's awesome. At Roger Tinker 1813, with E and A, you also have more open string options. Thanks for sharing, dude. Well, you know, I'm stumbling across. I'm learning the fretboard, learning A, B, C, D, E, F, G, where they're at, which I'm going to get to tonight. Just a whole bunch of like aha moments today during each one of my practice sessions. I've been in the rabbit hole. For all of you who are recommending my hand positions as wonky, my thumbs in the wrong position, I've been struggling with that. So of course I had lots of videos up today trying to figure that out. Ben Eller, the sub who recommended that, awesome channel. That dude's amazing, Uncle Ben. I love that shit. So I've been finding some more notes, which has been awesome. At Roger Tinker 1813. P.S. I play 95% acoustic, but the one day a month I pull out the old Fender Mustang and crank the distortion wide open. Thanks for the videos. Hell yeah, I love distortion. Gain is something from the gods that is just, whoa, it's awesome. All right, at Sean4907, I still have my CD collection, but nothing currently running to play them on. I know, right? The only reason that I have anything to play them, I have an 05 Dodge work truck that still has the CD player in the truck. It doesn't work all the time. It skips on half the shit if you get a decent bump. But nonetheless, I was like, oh, I'm totally going to use that. I know, CDs, a relic of the past. At Alex8574, I'm a welder. I've spent 15 years destroying my hands for a living. Oh man, brother, my next door neighbor was a retired union welder. Big, like, industrial, like, commercial size, like, skyscrapers and shit like that. Big pipe type stuff. And he's a little beat up. But this dude is in his late 60s, lives right next door. From way down South America, right? He spins reggae and shit, so on the weekends, he's on vacation now, but I've been giving him a hard time lately. I'm like, dude, where's the reggae? Because on an afternoon, you're working in your yard. I like reggae. I like all kinds of music, right? Just imagine a little short, dreadlocked out little South American dude spinning on some turntables. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. Spend an hour or two at night playing guitar has actually helped my dexterity and have less chronic pain. I'm sorry to hear about the chronic pain, man. I'm 49 and been I've had like 6 surgeries and all kinds of orthopedic shit. So I've been banged up a lot in my past. Thankfully, everything's holding pretty cool now. My little pinky toe's been giving me some problems lately, but it is what it is. Hope you experience the same over time. I'm right now realizing, again, thank you for the people who recommended that I'm not using my hands right, because Ben Ellers today on his YouTube channel was saying, let me pause from this. This is actually a really important revelation. If you guys are, if any of you getting back into it, starting again, I have a lot of strength in my hands, and which I thought the reason my strings weren't sounding is because I wasn't pressing hard enough. It's not a pressing hard issue, I found out. It's how I was holding the guitar. So this Tele, as with almost all my guitars, they're slippery. See this? It just slides off my shit. This whole time I've been practicing every day, I'm essentially holding the guitar like this while playing, because it does this otherwise, right? Well, I saw someone with their foot up on, like raised up on something. Ta-da! I mean, almost. It almost stays there, but way less effort. So the thing with the hands, I've been working all day, coming home and just punishing shit out. My forms are all blown up, whatever. And realizing that it's from me, the people I'm watching, and I'm really focusing on fingers now, watching people's hands, they're just kind of floating along. And Ben Eller said, good, great channel. Go check out Ben Eller Guitar. Amazing channel. Funny as hell. Uncle Ben. Awesome. He was like, basically, your thumb is just to keep the guitar from pushing back when you're pressing against. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. He's like, pressing against the back of the neck is not going to make the front of the neck do anything different. And I was like, light bulb moment. So anyway, I definitely hope that my sessions won't punish. I mean, there's going to be some learning curves. I get it, right? However, I think they're going to be better now because there's just going to be less tension. And also, I saw another video talking about how practicing using the least amount of pressure to make the notes. Never really thought about doing that either. So, all good stuff. Thanks for that comment, brother. At Pitter Patter 42, I'm 48, always had a guitar, always wanted to actually learn to play. Just started lessons about a month ago, and it's been a struggle. Yeah, that struggle is real, brother. This is inspiring, and I'll be following along your journey to help me stay motivated in mine. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And it is a struggle. It'd be less of a struggle. I'll get this house done. I'm thinking about taking a little bit of time off. I haven't taken time off in quite a few years, so I'm thinking about doing that. At DJ CYR3NT, what if you had someone come out and give you a guitar lesson on the show? Wouldn't that be fun? The show? Thank you for calling this a show. I appreciate that. That'd be fun. That might be like a summer fall type of a little thing to get like a, what do they call that, a collab or something. That'd be kind of cool. Ellie Nelson 8215, huzzah! Keep it up and rock on. Thanks, brother. A trick for learning songs is to listen to the song while trying to find the rhythm and notes. It's helped me tremendously, and I hope I can pass the knowledge to another guitar-loving soul. Absolutely. I've been listening a lot more to a lot of my old music I used to listen to, and I'm like, ooh, that's a different, ooh, that's that. And then having the revelation today on my power chord discovery on the neck, which is a big deal, for me anyway. Heck yeah. At Ellie Nelson, also when you're going to crank that amp, some call it the fire-breathing dragon effect, where you tame the insane feedback from the amp being so cranked, but you got to try turning that amp to 11. I like that reference. Definitely. And play some power chords. 100%. I got a funny story about this Katana. This Katana almost went back to Sweetwater, but it didn't. At Dangerous Volts 3287, keep bringing it, brother. I've noticed lately how much using the volume knob can change the way you play. Don't stop playing. I definitely won't, and I have the universe right now. This is a funny story about the Katana. I'll get to that in just a sec. At Sam Ventura Guitars, love this. Keep it up. Absolutely. Thanks for the comment, brother. I'm absolutely going to keep this up. At Nicky Rock 1962, you might want to do some of these live, maybe weekly. I bet some would like that real-time interaction with you people. Do it. J Wills, do it. Do you mean like in a stream? Like is that what they call, like streaming? I never really thought of that, but man, I guarantee the old iPhone, the old ancient 6-year-old iPhone's not going to be up for that task. That's something, you know what? I never really, this is all so new. That's cool. I will definitely, you just planted a seed. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. All right, so I think that's all the comments for today. Sweet. All right, so funny Katana story. Okay, so as some of you know, I've been acquiring gear and whatnot. I got a little orange terror up here. Oh, I also, just randomly, found a guitar slide. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but it came from somewhere. We'll use that at some point. So I got a little orange terror up here, which is my, like, I love this thing. It's a little tube amp. It does all kinds of cool shit. Got a Katana down below. Let me see if I can organize this and show the camera for all of you new folks who are still hanging out. So, okay. So, I have Orange Terror. Hopefully you can see some of this. Boss Katana, brand new. PVU's tube amp, which is amazing. Got a PV 2x12 on the bottom. It's got 2 different kinds of speakers in it. Anywho, so I have been on the fence. I've been not happy with this Boss Katana at all. It's been kind of weak. I mentioned that in a couple of the videos. I was like, it's kind of weak sauce. I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's fairly expensive. I mean, it's like super expensive. I think like $650 or like shipping or something like stuff, like $700, something like that. And it was always kind of weak sauce. And I'm like, okay, I kept the box. I always keep the box just in case. And then if something speaks to me, I'm just like, this thing's badass. Chop the box up, goes in the recycle. We're good to go. I kept the box on this because I'm like, I don't know. Because this is why. So right now, everything's set, right? Sounds fairly normal. And I was like, it's not just fucking punchy. Well, either I didn't know, forgot, that this has a power control on it knob that I completely overlooked. So I've been on, it has 4 positions. Standby, 0.5 watts, half and max. Just to show that I haven't touched anything. Got my volume pretty well cranked, always gotta do that. Oh, this telly is so super nice on the volume button. Check this out. This is gonna, you might wanna like turn it down a little bit, but that's half. One more. Yeah, so it's not the amp, it's the user. So the Katana has got all kinds of balls that I didn't know. I just wasn't pushing on the gas pedal or the right knob. So, anyhow, so the Boss Katana box is chopped up and in there because this thing's badass. Yeah, so that's that struggle. Okay, so for all the stuff today, my 3 sessions today, I'm going to try to replicate some of this. This is grindy kind of, it's very challenging when you're really focusing on where your fingers are and where your thumb is. This is the flying fingers away, totally guilty of that. Crushing the fretboard, totally guilty of that. And what I've spent a lot of time trying to finesse was my intro, because I was just like crushing that thing before. Whereas I notice on a handful of occasions that when I have my thumb my thumb isn't necessarily in the wrong position. It's that I'm not using it on the back of the neck efficiently. And for me, and there's another part of it too, they talking about the flexibility in fingers, how they're like, yeah, just make your finger, like flatten it, like make a this and then flatten it. This one kind of does it. This one, negative. This one, a teensy bit. My pinky is frozen in like a knot. I can bend it there, but everything's kind of like this, basically. And I'm noticing these guitar players have the ability to almost like, their fingers like bend backwards and shit. Anyway, we're gonna figure it out. My fingers aren't gonna bend that way. However, the kicking this, this is all kinds of guitar tips today. And again, I'm not a coach or a teacher. This is me struggling my way through this shit. So kicking this up solved this sliding around. And you ask, well, what did you use? Well, you know, good old army can, good old ammo can does the job. Got some of those laying around back in the day. You know, got to keep a few things from your military days. So, and that's on camera. Shit. Well, it's all right. Fuck, they don't give a shit about it at this point. I've been out over 20 years. It's fine. So, my intro, which I used to kind of like have a weird position here, I'm really trying to adjust it to where it's go a little more volume. I'm on the 0.5 setting because where's the volume? There we go. So after the slide, and it changed everything. Like all my power chords and everything feel weird now that I'm having my fingers not way up here, but I'm dropping them down to here. And that's been super helpful, but I feel like it's just so much different. Oh, that run this morning sounded so cool. That's what it's supposed to sound like. So that's what I've been working on the first session today, in addition to, you know, all that stuff, which I'm not going to torture your eardrums with that. But definitely the keeping them close. And I still want to woo! I still want to throw them off the fretboard. But today has just been a lot of focus on how I'm laying my fingers down, which has been huge. So thank you to everyone who brought my attention to my fingers, my thumb. It's going to be a continued struggle and work in progress. And now that I'm a lot more aware of it, I can see how it's going to make the playing easier. I don't want to say easier. Less stressful on my hands, and maybe I can practice longer, because usually the limiting factor at the end of the day, today was a work day, but it was a work on the property. I got a bunch of shit going on, remodeling on my house and all kinds of bullshit, clean up, usual life stuff. And I want to be able to, you know, not get thrashed from guitar playing like that one subscriber, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but talked about the welder dude who's like, hey, it actually loosens your hands up. That's what I'd like to have, because right now, up until today, that's not what's been happening. It's been work, come home, unload the truck, scream in here, boom, sit down and jam, and I usually start just running out of gas. Like the fingers just start moving slower, and it's just kind of crazy. So those are the epiphanies. I'm gonna keep checking the camera because it's just one of those damn things until I get a different camera. All right, yeah, we're good. Super solid. So kicking the foot up, huge difference. I'm not like holding my guitar up and it's not sliding around. And what else today? So, and then the power chord, I don't know, baby steps, right? So knowing where stuff is. The B to C, and this is going to be old news for you who know music and everything already, but now it's stuck in my brain that E-F transitions are together. Everything else so that they're I don't know, it's a whole step or half step. I don't know that terminology yet. However, B to C and E to F have their, there's no sharps or flats in between that. That was where I kind of had an aha moment. I was like, well, shit. That means that I could basically start with A, B, C, D, second session today, what I figured out, just jamming around, and we're just gonna jam a little bit. You can make that basic A, B, C, D, E, F, G scale of power chords. You can do all kinds of shit with it as long as you stay within that thing. Or within that, I'll just show you. And if you go softer, we can clean it up. E. Some notes you can play back to back, you can jump around a little bit, and they sound better together than others. That was the third session today, was like, oh, I'm gonna keep doing that. Those all go together. Like that's A, D, C, and B. But because, and you can just play around with that in itself. Oops. Just play around with it. This is, catching myself. Doing this whole like, that action when I should be down here. And it cleans up the notes 100%. Oop. See, I'm catching myself. Right? I know, those of you who are guitar players are going, duh. But that's exciting as shit to me because that made my third session today. I zoned out hardcore. I was sitting here, I didn't realize that I was like cocking my foot up and I was all here and just going along and I was like, man, why is my calf cramping? This for like 20 minutes I was doing this, like pointing, doing a little plie on the whole ballet thing. So power chords, awesome. Okay, so, also, whoever recommended Troy Statina's books, those will be here tomorrow. We're gonna talk about those. Thank you for that. There's something else in the subs that I wanted to point out. I'm gonna go back through it later on when the YouTube's uploading and taking forever, and go through because I think I'm missing. I wanted to say thank you again to another person on a recommendation. Anywho, so, but the book we're going through now, which I suspect we're gonna get through, and again, for those of you who are brand new and are still here, I am working my way through the guitar exercise for beginners because I'm a beginner. And once we get through this, I want to have other books lined up right afterwards. And also, this is not the only time. Someone else I think commented about it. We're not going to learn shit if I'm doing it this certain way. And then someone responded to that comment about how he didn't know what I'm doing during the day. Well, I do a morning session, like during the Monday through Friday, I do a morning session, little drills, spider walking, and whatnot, just get my finger dexterity. And then I don't do anything before I hop on during the week. But on the weekends, I'm doing, usually I try to get 2 in because I'm off work and I don't have any other excuses than sit down and play my guitar. And so I do a lot of other work, like stuff that would just terribly torture everyone's ears. And also just the stuff that I will do so repetitively. Like I bet I did this slide this morning. I don't know how many times, like just trying to get this down. And that's the other part too, is when you press really hard and you try to do a slide, thump, 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 There's another epiphany I had. You don't even have to barely touch. I'm barely touching, like some of the, that's a little bit weak. Even though there's some buzzing a little bit going on, I'm consciously pressing so much lighter, and it's almost the same. I gotta find that happy balance. These were all today's epiphanies, by the way. But yeah, the power chord thing, man, talk about a... See, that didn't work. Yeah, we're gonna be fiddle-diddling with those power chords and my new fingering. And again, that thumb wants to come up, but we're just, you know, keeping it down. Okay, so we were at, back to this here. Yesterday, we were going through, there we go. All right, so the alternate picking, which is alternate versus economy picking, and I think we ended on, let's do a little review. Let's go 3-finger independence exercise, which is basically just 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, all the way up and all the way down. Ooh, that's the other thing. There's another guitarist I stumbled across. Bernt, B-E-R-N-T-H. I'm probably butchering that. Long-haired dude. I think he's like Scandinavian or whatnot. Absolute shredder. Talked about, I think he was one that talked. No, it was Ben Ellers. There's so much information. When you're doing a scale, and you want to, here we go. And you're doing alternate picking, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If you double up, I thought this was genius. If you double up, I know it makes sense to most, but it was just like a revelation. So down, up, down, up, down, up. If you're doing, you know, that's just that's just straight down picking. But he said that it can be challenging for beginners because when you're going down, up, down, your next string is up, which can be kind of a challenge. It totally is. He's like, just repeat the same. And then that's up, and then you're already set to go down. Oh, I messed up. You get the idea. Basically where if you do it twice, everything's in 6s he was talking about. Thought that was an absolutely brilliant piece of recommendation. Okay, so let's go 5, 6, 7, and we'll go through it once. Now, let's do it twice and do the whole 6 thing. It totally takes some, I can't talk and chew bubblegum at the same time. And then do it again. Oh, ah. It really makes the brain think, and it just improves that connection between your fingers, which I'm going to keep doing quite a bit. Okay, so number 11 is 3-finger independence exercise 2. This was the 7, 8, 10, where this was So 7, 8, 10. This is the tricky one last night that was like melting my brain. Ooh. Again, I got to keep, that's the other part. If I want to do this and my fingers are a mile off the fretboard, getting it a little bit just better posture. I think I may get a different chair too. This is just a little itty bitty stand, but I think there's so many factors that play into where your hands are and so many different things. I have to slow down just to keep my fingers near the board. Ay-yi-yoy. And you know we gotta do a little jamming, so we're just gonna go there first. It just sounds, it doesn't matter what it is, it always sounds better with distortion. We're just messing around, that's all we're doing. Now I do wrap my thumb over to quiet all these guys down, and I really don't think there's any other way to do that. So that's just me. Still working out the individual chords. Anywho, all right, so next one in here is we're gonna go number 12, and then we're gonna hit a chord, because that's useful. Tomorrow's gonna be gadgets and books. Oh, also, the drone track, the recommendation for the drone track. I didn't know what that was, looked it up. And basically what it is a note played, I'm going to assume by a keyboard or some kind of a, I think it's a keyboard. I have 2 keyboards. I have a full size and I have like a 49 key that makes all kinds of cool sounds and shit. So all that to say is I made some drone tracks last night on my late live Ableton. Was in that rabbit hole for a bit. However, and it sounded cool. Played them on the keyboard and did a bunch of different ones for like C and G major and all the different things. However, now I got to figure out how to get them from my computer playing through all this mess so I can hear it on here and have it playing in the background when I'm fiddle-diddling. And then also when I'm on video for a little bit of time. I'm not gonna have a drone track the whole time. I'll probably drive people crazy. So that's what's gonna be in the mix tomorrow, also tonight, trying to figure out how I can get my laptop somehow to play through guitar equipment. That'll be the challenge. Okay, do a quick little double check. Yeah, super solid. Okay. Oh, real quick before, you know what? I'll leave that for tomorrow. Had an epiphany for what and how you can use your tuner pedal to learn your chords. So it's also kind of gives you an idea if you're like sharp or not, which is kind of useful. All right, so 3-finger independence exercise, drill number 3. Basically the same pattern, but this time use your 1st, 3rd, and 4th fingers. Back to the 5th fret for this one. Ugh, man. 1, 3, 4. A couple of videos ago, I was talking about in the mornings, I purposely make myself do weird fingerings. This is one of those weird fingerings. This is a, we don't even need glasses for that. Actually, we can't do shit. I can't, where's that at? 5th? 5, 7, 8? All right, so 5, 7, 8. We'll go a little clean for this. One nice thing about this, I can like totally It switches over really quick, which is awesome. So 5, 5. Oh man, keep the fingers close, Jay. Keep them close, keep them close. Ooh. That makes your brain think. Stay close. Stay close. Stay close. Stay close. Stay close. Stay close. Oh, I had one in. That struggle's real, folks. So that's exercise 12. We got to keep working on that. That is the 1, 3, 4. Oof, man, that is like that right there. Even that right there. That's a bit of a stretch. So it's all good. All right, back to crunch. We're gonna close this little session out. Didn't even have a sip of my beer. Damn. All right, you know the drill. Day 21 of 365 days of guitar practice in a row in the books. Bam. And if you wonderful people are still here, thank you. And I think, yeah, that's about it. Peace. See you tomorrow.